All right, hello. We are here with one of our star athletes and coaches, Kristin. Kristin's been with us literally since the beginning, almost 5 years now. And we just wanted to get Kristin's story. She's done phenomenally well and made such amazing gains and transformations over the last almost 5 years. And we just wanted to hear where she's come from and her experience with our program. Kristin, you came to us right when we first started, and tell us a little bit about what drew you to starting our program, or at least trying our program in the beginning.
Well, I saw a couple of my colleagues on Facebook, and they had their picture taken against this cinder block wall, and I wondered, what are they doing? And so I asked one of them about it, and she said it was this thing called CrossFit, which I hadn't heard of before. And so I came in for my free trial, and pretty much was addicted the first time I came.
All right. And what do you do when you're not coming here and you're not coaching?
I'm a school psychologist here in Chelsea.
All right. What were you experiencing? What was your training history before you started with us? Were you experiencing any frustrations, or in addition to seeing your friends trying it, what were the underlying reasons why you thought you might want to do a program like ours?
Well, I had decided that I wanted to build some muscle. And I was kind of thinking about maybe doing some personal training, getting some personal training, and then I saw your program, and I thought it was going to be really easy to build muscle. I thought, in 6 weeks I'm going to be looking buff. And I know that there's a lot of people that worry about starting a program like this because they think that they're going to get bulky. And I'm working really hard to gain muscle.
It's not that easy, is it?
It's not as easy, especially when you're older. When you're older, 50, over 50, it's
You can't
harder.
just look at a barbell and blow up like Arnold Schwarzenegger,
No.
right?
No,
Unless
you
you have
can't.
some kind of special chemicals that help you do that,
Exactly.
which we don't, right?
Right. So, I am able to see changes in my body, and I feel like I can see definition that I didn't see before. And
Absolutely, and you've worked really hard. So since you started with us, you've done a Tough Mudder, you've done a Go Ruck event, and you became a coach in 4 years. So that's just phenomenal. Tell me a little bit about the benefits, or physically, mentally, that you've experienced since doing our program.
Well, I guess I feel like my confidence has really grown since I started this program. I think I'm a little bit more assertive, I hope, and because I tend to be the kind of person that just kind of stands back sometimes, and so I feel like it's given me a little bit of strength. Mentally, after a hard day at work, I come here and I work out and I'm in the moment, and I love that because I have a tendency to think about things a lot and worry about things, and when I'm here, all I can think about is my training. Emotionally, I think it's been great for me for all of those reasons. And then, of course, physically, I feel great when I come in and do a WOD, and I feel like I have a lot of energy, and I really think better than I felt my whole life.
Probably the biggest objection we get with people that are kind of checking us out and think they might want to start a program like ours is they see the amazing things that you do. They don't realize that we start with everyone at the very, very basic level, and we can scale every movement, every exercise for everyone at every level, but they still think that they need to be in better shape before they even start our program. What would you say to that?
I would say that that's silly, because I do not consider myself to be athletic at all. I think I'm probably the clumsiest person at this box. And
I wouldn't say that.
Well, in the box and outside of the box. And I remember that when I started, I couldn't even jump rope because I hadn't jump roped since I was a kid. And the thing that I always really appreciated was no one ever made me feel bad about that. No one ever, it wasn't it was me, that it was about me feeling kind of embarrassed that I couldn't do that, but not the coaches, not the other athletes here. So I think that anywhere a person is where they need to be to start, because everything is adaptable.
Right, and you've worked out at numerous other CrossFit affiliates throughout the country and the world, as a matter of fact, or Iceland, as a matter of fact. What would you say makes us different than other programs that you've heard about, or even other CrossFit affiliates that you visited?
The thing I've noticed is that we do things together here, so the warm-up is something that's done together, and it's coach-led. And in other CrossFit boxes that I've been to, that hasn't always been the case. It's kind of the warm-up's been on the board and people just do it on their own. I think that here you really emphasize proper form and technique and really drill that in the members, and also strength portions we tend to do together. I've been to other places where the strength is written on the board and you just kind of do your reps, whatever, every 2 minutes on your own, and then when you're finished, you can start the workout. And I like that our classes here are very structured and there's always a ton of coaching available to people every step of the way.
What would you say about the culture here or the community? What's that outside of the workout specific stuff we do? What's it like outside of the workout with our culture and our community?
Well, I think I've made some very good friends here, people that I consider to be lifelong friends. I think everyone is really supportive of each other. You know, so much goes on outside of the box, just borrowing things from another member or meeting up with another member for a cup of coffee, or at one time we had a member book club. Just a lot of, the community is a huge draw.
Great. And what would you say to someone who might be out there thinking about doing something like this or checking us out or joining? What advice would you have for them?
I would say that they should come in and check it out. It's awesome. You know, the workouts are written on the board and you look at it and you think, I'm never going to be able to do that. And then you do it and you're just like so proud of yourself and so, you know, wow, I did this. I really accomplished this. And that, I think, transfers to other goals that you have in your life outside of the box.
And your whole family works out here, right?
Yeah, I was going to say that, yep.
Son, daughter, and husband.
Yep.
So
the first time that I came, as you know, I went right home and told my husband, you've got to try this. And he came in and he loved it. And then we brought my daughter here and she absolutely adores lifting now. It's probably one of her favorite things. And then my son loves it too, yeah. And it's just so cool to do that as a family. It just has been a lot to our family.
Anything else you want to share?
You know, I just want to say too that something happened I think that was really cool in tonight's WOD. There were a few people that were new to the class and they were kind of the last ones finishing. And a bunch of people...
Like I was today.
And and like I usually am. And a bunch of people jumped in and started finishing the workout with them. And I just thought that was so incredibly cool and just really shows the community and how tight people are. And, you know, it doesn't matter if you're first, it doesn't matter if you're last. It's just that you finish and everyone is there to support you.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's what it's all about. And that brings a tear to my eye when I see that. And that's so cool because that's really what it's all about.
Yeah.
Well, we really appreciate you and your family and everything you do for us. And just keep up the great work.
Thank you.